HP projects, and $1 million to over 160 first-time homebuyers or households seeking grants for home rehabilitation. Her dedication to the development of sound communities does not miss a beat. And my favorite, her heart is in it too. On behalf of the FHLBI, its members, board of directors, and advisory council, we are proud to honor Charlotte today with this award. The FHLBI community investment staff finds Charlotte delightful to work with and appreciates the opportunity to recognize her as the ideal community partner and advocate. Relationships with financial institutions create the necessary stability to allow residents to transform their lives, and this is ultimately how we foster sustainability in our communities. Please join me in congratulating Charlotte.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I have to say thank you to all of the partnering agencies that we work with and my husband. And this was a total surprise. And thank you for coming, too.
Thank you. At this point, I'd like to introduce Sandy Pearson of Habitat Michigan to introduce the 2011 Affiliate of the Year. Sandy?
Good afternoon, everyone. Habitat for Humanity in Michigan has 77 nonprofit affiliates throughout the state, and within those 77 nonprofits, we also operate 46 restores that sell surplus building materials to the general public. So if you haven't visited a restore, please do so. Our next award, the 2010 Affiliate of the Year, is presented to a truly deserving recipient, Habitat for Humanity of Menominee River. The Menominee River Habitat has built homes for 25 families and provided much-needed home repairs for even more families. The Restore, which sells the surplus building materials to the public, serves as a Michigan Works job site. The affiliate has built strong, solid partnerships with local churches, schools, training programs, and job providers to secure loans, grants, and private funding that has literally changed the face of two neighborhoods within the downtown area, with new parks and night lighting for park and ball field, 18 blocks of new sidewalks, new trails, and even new interpretive signs. The affiliate has partnered with the community to bring life and recreational activities to these neighborhoods to really give it a sense of place. This year, the affiliate is on track to help an additional 5 local families become homeowners. This has been a steady increase over the years. The Menominee River Habitat and its outstanding team of 40-plus volunteers and retired construction workers have made a real impact in their community and beyond. They are terrific ambassadors for the Habitat mission, and here today to accept the award on behalf of its executive director, Bill Stevenson, who unfortunately is not able to be with us here today, is Mike Shimon of the Marquette Habitat for Humanity.
I'm a fill-in, so I'll keep it short. I know Bill Stevenson extremely well. He has done great things for the community of Iron Mountain and in the UP, and I know that he would be very humble and would be very proud of being selected as the Affiliate of the Year. Thank you.
At this time, Jody Mercer of the Michigan State Housing Development Authority will be presenting 2 Michigan Homeownership Counselor Awards. Jody?
Good afternoon, everybody. I have the pleasure today of presenting 2 awards. One is for MSHDA's Homeownership Counseling Program, and our counseling program has been partnering with over 75 nonprofit community action agencies, MSU Extension offices, since early 2000. We've had the privilege of building relationships, and we're happy that you're all here today. Counselors play a pivotal role in providing community-based comprehensive counseling services, and Colleen Brubaker of Mid-Michigan Community Action Agency in Farwell is this year's award recipient. Colleen has been a MSHDA certified counselor for over 7 years. She has the special gift of adapting to the customers that she is working with, assisting them in the realities of their situation, always keeping their interests in mind. Colleen wears many hats at her agency and works with multiple programs. She participates and works with the Individual Development Account Program. She's the Family Self-Sufficiency Case Coordinator. She teaches budgeting classes and provides foreclosure prevention counseling services. With all of this, Colleen still manages to make every client feel that the time they spend with her is the most important time of her day. For her efforts in assisting 800+ families over the past 7 years, we would like to honor Colleen Brubaker as MSHDA's 2011 Counselor of the Year. Thank you. A very humble woman. Thank you, Colleen. It's my pleasure now to talk about MSHDA's Homeownership Counseling Program and the success that it has because of the dedication of community-based agencies who provide counseling and services each and every day to Michigan residents. The Human Development Commission Community Action Agency has been serving Thumb area residents since 1965. HDC successfully runs a number of programs ranging from early Head Start to aging services, homebuyer education, home repair and weatherization, foreclosure prevention counseling. In the 2009-2010 fiscal year, HDC assisted over 8,800 households in their area. HDC embodies their mission statement of restoring hope by helping people and changing lives. MSHDA would like to honor HDC and its staff for providing essential services, fostering hope for Michigan residents across the region. Please join me in a round of applause for HDC as MSHDA's 2011 Housing Counseling Agency of the Year.
Good afternoon. First, I'd like to thank MSHDA for recognizing the hard work of all these folks. And on behalf of the Human Development Commission, I just want to tell you how proud we are to work with this team. Thanks.
It's now time for the presentation of the Terrence R. DuVernay Award. I'd like to introduce Gary Heidel, the Executive Director of MSHDA. Gary?
Thank you, Jess. There are 2 parts to the Terrence R. DuVernay Award. The first part is the Terrence R. DuVernay Art of Leadership Scholarship awardees that are presented by the Great Lakes Capital Fund, people who go through their program. And Mark will come up in a little bit and talk about that and present the awards. The other part is an award to a person who best exemplifies the values and character of Terry DuVernay, who was a former executive director of MSHDA at a very creative time in our history. This is a very special award to me personally. Mark told me that if I tear up, I should curl my toes, that'll help. So I probably will look like I'm screeching up here as they're curled so tight. So please bear with me. I have a question. Who out there did not know Terry DuVernay, or did not meet him, or really even see him? Raise your hands high, really high. Okay, I'm assuming then that those of you who did not raise your hands did know Terry DuVernay. You met him a couple of different times. You probably had red beans and rice at one time, or he serenaded you at one time, or you were in a presence with him when he was being his charming self. How many of you were out there? This is not good. The job of you people who knew Terry and knew what he was all about is to talk at this conference, is to talk to those people who didn't know him. For those of you who didn't know him, he was an incredible person. He was very special to those of us who knew him. He was bigger than life. He hired me at MSHDA. Gotta admit, I never thought that I would be filling his shoes one day. As a matter of fact, he could put my whole body in one of his shoes. He was a big man. He was just full of life. He was gregarious. He always had great things to say, and he was a trusting person. He trusted everybody. You couldn't, and the great thing about Terry was his leadership. You thought you were the one that came up with the idea, and that it was you were going to implement it, and all along it was really Terry in the very beginning, because that's the kind of impact he had on people. He could just make things happen. And to tell you the truth, the reason you're all here today is because of Terry DuVernay. He started the modern community development movement in Michigan. When he came to MSHDA, it was pretty much just a rental development agency for for-profit developers. We ran a single-family mortgage program, and we were doing something in home improvement. Terry came from New Orleans, out of the Community Action Agency network, and he just felt there's more that you can do. He's the person that said there's more to affordable housing than just housing. It's all about the community you live in. It's all about the region you live in. He started us down a road that after Terry left, Jim Logue picked up and made it even better, and other executive directors are did the same thing, and I am now trying to do that at MSHDA to take it to the next level. But this conference is probably a direct result of his vision and his leadership, and so I guess you could say he's like our grandfather. We're all here because of him. We all do the kind of work we do today because of Terry. I've never seen anything like it in my life, so that's why we celebrate it, and why I think for those of you who knew Terry need to let those who didn't know him what he was like. I think there's some people in this room that know him better than others. Mark McDaniel, Jonathan Bradford, our awardee for today, who we'll announce in a minute, Jim Logue, a bunch of us out there who really, really experienced Terry, and it's made us the people we are today. We have some of the past awardees here today. Just want to briefly introduce them. Jonathan Bradford, raise your hand, Jonathan, in 2003. Noreen Keating, 2005. Mary Trucks, 2009. Denny Sturdivant. Is Denny here? Raise your hand, Denny, if you're here. He's been around all week, so he's somewhere here, 2010. And then some of the other awardees who couldn't be here Dr. Ken Benson, who was the first awardee, Linda Smith, who I just got off the phone with, Jean Kuthi, who has not been feeling well lately and couldn't be here, Ron Callery, who lives in the UP. We didn't give Ron a pass to come to Lower Michigan, so it's an agreement we have. We have to give him a pass to come here, and he has to give us a pass to go to the UP. Mel Washington out of Detroit.